Creativity is an addiction. It does things to your mind, body, and soul that gives you that ecstasy, while at the same time you feel like your whole world is nothing but a valley floor. Understanding the power of creativity, the positive as well as the negative. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity, totally uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged.
Hey, it's Arroe, and this is defrag. The art of breaking it down, defragging it. We've all got questions. We ask them, but we never question the answers. And if we do, it usually comes with a lot of judgment. Breaking down the questions, trying to figure things out without creating an interruption that is going to take you away from where you truly need to be. When I do these defrag podcasts, I'm on what's called a transition walk. I'm walking through a forest in South Charlotte, North Carolina. It's like 34 degrees out here today. My God. Chilly, leafless trees, bright, beautiful blue Tar Heel sky. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I come into this forest to listen. We just happen to defrag because while I'm listening, the answers that I am seeking tend to come into me. And it's like, wait. I'm not the only one that's going to hold this. If I'm going to receive it, my goal is to share it. I keep a defrag handwritten journal. I began that in November of 2017 because I had hit so many walls so hard, so often, that I couldn't take any more steps. And I broke down. So the next day, as a daily journalist, not as in like reporting news, but I keep a daily journal. And in those journals I've been writing in since 1994, it's places like that where you begin to recognize, wait a second, you're not asking the right questions. And the answers that you're getting, all you want to do is fight them. You don't want to deal with them in a way of learning more about yourself. This is defrag. Today the subject is the way it is. We've said that many times in conversations. Well, that's just the way it is. The way what is? Have you decided what that is? Defrag it. What is the way that it is? Well, the way of the world, the economy, politics. Oh, we all know what politics are about. It's the way that it is. And your job. Oh, how many times have you brought that up? It's the way it is. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to challenge it. I'm not going to become a stronger me. I knew what the snake was when I picked it up. It's the way it is. You do realize you don't have to accept that, right? That's pretty much an excuse for you to live out your comfort zone, to be available only to what you feel is the way that it is. You're challenged every day. And if you don't accept those challenges and go with those challenges, then how do you ever expect to change? Now, right away, people are going to say, but I don't want change. That's not the way the rules are written. Everything about you is nothing but change. In writing in the defrag journal, the handwritten version today, it occurred to me, yeah, I am very hard on myself, and that I'm very visible to the self that I am without having to look in the mirror. But if you pull the lens back and look over 46 years of broadcasting, heck, even with podcasting, I started it 9 years ago. Pull the lens back. What I am doing today as a podcast/broadcaster is all because of everything before this moment. So how dare I have the right to bring harsh judgment when in fact maybe I need to accept the way it is while growing where it needs to grow. Let's defrag that. Let's put that in your personal life. If you were to pull the lens back and look at your entire picture. Now, this is not about living in your past. This is about the building blocks of where you presently stand today. They didn't just appear here. You didn't call up Amazon or go over to Lowe's or Home Depot, walk down aisle number 5 and pick out flooring. You didn't do that with your life. You had to earn everything that's going on in your life, even the bad junk. Those hard lessons in life are what helped shape you in this moment of now. There are decisions that I make today where I kind of back away or I grow forward, and it's all based on something that happened in the past. Not that I'm living in the past. I use those as incredible tools inside my life chest so I can grow in a way that not only benefits myself, but it benefits others. Somewhere along the way that it is, somewhere along the way, my eyes opened. And I realized this isn't about me. This is about what you're going through in your daily chapters, what you're writing about, what you're putting out there as a broadcaster / podcaster. It's about who's receiving it. And if I don't put you ahead of all things that I do, then I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it right. Well, let's break that down. Let's defrag that, okay? If you're giving your all to something, realizing that your all is going to be received, where does the way it is fit in there? Is it accepting you for you and whatever your mistakes are? It is you. You don't have to accept the mistakes, but you can grow from the mistakes. I say in my podcast that, we all make mistakes. Why not turn it into a tool? And when you start doing that and you start realizing that the lessons that you are picking up along the way can physically reach out and belong to somebody else who will, in return, give you a thank you, or they'll pass it forward to somebody else. And I've heard more musicians and actors and authors and things like that go, yeah, I'm blessed with this amazing creativity. But I know that once it's been received by a reader, a listener, somebody who's watching, that I've done my job, because they're going to pass it forward as well. I talk with chefs that say the same thing about family traditions and things. Knock it off when it comes to family recipes, because there are people around the world that can take your family's recipe and make it better. And that right there is the gift. We all want to live in this perfect world. We want things to go right all the time. And I'm very guilty of that. Oh my God. I'm having problems with a website that hosts my podcast, and it's loading up the pages very slowly. I've had to deal with this for a week. And it's like, okay, this is really angering me. Why am I allowing this to be such a negative spot in my life? And the reason why is because I want to live in the perfect world. I want to have where everything is running smoothly. Totally forgetting, when you pull that lens out, it's not running smoothly today. But do you want to go back to the world of AOL? I totally get it. The way it is. It brings peace to your heart when you finally just convince yourself, you know what? It's the way it is. And yet, that creative self inside of you is going, I can't settle. I can't just sit here and accept the way it is, because I know there's more. And it's coming to me and through me in ways that say, why are you just sitting around? What are you doing there? Break it down, defrag. You're shaming yourself. You're accusing yourself of stopping when the rest of you say, no, we're fine, because it's the way it is. In this perfect world that we're all trying to live, we all realize we can go onto Amazon. 2 days later, your package arrives. And you get addicted to that because, man, when that package arrives, it's like Christmas every day because, okay, what's in this one? And what's in this one? You're the perfect world, man. You're taking care of your little child's imagination. But the thing is, there was once a time when you had to go to Radio Shack to get different things. There was once a time when you could get electronics and get to know the person behind the counter personally, so that if you had problems with those electronics, you could take it in there and have a conversation. And through the love and passion of customer service, you were able to fix that problem, without skyrocketing engineering prices. Defragging. Let's break this down. It's not that I don't love the way that it is. It's just that I don't accept the way it is. I'm 60 years old. I'll never forget when I was 47. My cardiologist flat out told me, right there in the hospital, you're old. Stop doing what you're doing. The reason why you feel pain is because your body has finally told you you're old. He said that to me at 47 years old after my first heart attack. I'm old. At that point in time, that's the way that it was. But at 60, I'm not that way. Jazzy and I were out here in this forest every single day. I'm not going to accept the way that it is. Because at 60, I've learned more lessons in the past 13 years than in my 60 years of life. The way it is, think about it. Break it down. Defrag it. I invite you to grab a writing instrument and put down on that paper, what is the way it is? What have I accepted that I shouldn't have accepted? And how can I change it in a way that doesn't bring disruption? You know what the hardest thing is about when you do changes, right? The changes that you make in your personal life. affect the people that are around you, family and friends. Like if you wanted to lose weight, the people that ate cookies and candy with you all the time, they get a little pissed off because it's like, well, damn, I just lost my sweet buddy. The same is true with alcohol and drugs, is that, you go to these parties and things like that, and you say, yeah, I'm just trying to clean up my life now. Look, I had to deal with it when I became more open with my Christian life. Oh, there's that Jesus lover. And to accept that in public and to not laugh it off or to run away from it, now I say, what do you want to talk about? The way it is. What you want me to share with you what I learned not only today, but I can show you 14 years of Bible lessons that are in my smartphone every day. Whenever I'm in question, I've got lessons there. See, I accepted it the way it is by coming out as a strong Christian. But now, instead of running away from it, because my mother always told me, don't talk about religion, it's like, let's talk about it. I want to know where your heart is. I'm not going to thump anybody with the Bible, but if you're going to make an accusation about me being a Jesus lover, let's talk about it. Let's find out why. Defrag it. Defragging is an opportunity for you to have an honest-to-God conversation with the self that you are. You have got to ask the questions. We do it all the time, but are you asking the right questions? And when you get an answer inside your heart, question it. I'm Arroe. That's Defrag.